Hey everybody, how you all doing? Welcome back. Here we go once again and doing a bit of Satisfactory today. So let's jump into the game and I'll show you what I've been doing today. Alright. So let me just sort my phone out a sec. So it's back in sync. There we go, cool. Right then. So yeah, as you can see I'm doing a bit of Satisfactory today. Um So obviously last stream I was working on a Fix It Farming Factory. And I actually spent a couple of days, actually got it sorted out, got all the lines up and running and stuff, so I'm pretty happy with that. So what I'll do is I'll head back to the main base quickly, show you that first of all, and then we'll go on from here. So one thing I want to do is carry on creating some more railways around the world so I can access different areas, start up new factories, stuff like that. So, yeah, hopefully you guys are all having a great Saturday morning so far. Obviously, if you've got any questions or need any help with anything, you're more than welcome to drop it in chat throughout the stream. Obviously, I'm only on for a couple of hours this morning. I've got a few things to sort out this afternoon, so yay. Just going to chill and relax for the minute. So the building on the left hand side that you can see coming up, that is my completed fix-it farming factory. And I've literally got all the lines up and running. I'm even producing all the different foods that you can produce with it. Obviously, one thing I am at the minute, I'm just manually loading over the products for like the doggo chows and stuff like that. But overall, I think it's turned out pretty well. I even put a nice little sign on the front there to say what it is. So if any of you guys have not actually checked out the Fix It Farming mod itself, um, it is something extra that I would recommend people doing. Obviously, one thing what it'll do is it adds in additional nodes throughout the map. Obviously, I've got a couple just underneath my factory here. So there's one just there. That's a dirt of a jar of dirt. Whoa! Ouch! Don't do that. Um, but you get jars of dirt, you get like I think it's a wet dirt and other dirts. Obviously you can scan for them, you hit the V key. So you got peat, bog, earth, and normal dirt. Obviously you can scan them throughout the map and that. You got impure, pure, and normal as normal. Hey T Miller, how you doing, buddy? Oh, T Miller. Just a quick one. I did check out that mod for you, and all seems fine with me. It's nice having those the different sizes and so yeah, kind of good, cool. But yeah, how you doing, bud? And how was your stream earlier? So yeah, so one thing I am trying to get into doing more is adding supports, legs and stuff for the factories. So I've just added a couple in on this particular building itself. Something really simple, a couple at either end. Took me a little while to figure out this end though, to try and get them to go on the right diagonal. But got there, and I think it looks pretty well. And obviously, it's kind of just supporting that little bit that goes off the side there. So I'm happy with that. Bum, bum, bum. One thing I have had to do is set up a little awesome sink for any additional seeds being produced because it was getting backed up in places. So that's that one. I think I may have to add in the other two at some point, but that was mainly on the first set of seeds being produced. I am using a drone to bring in some of the, oh, which one was this? Peat soil. It's coming from somewhere over in that direction. uh, so this is what I've basically set up. Obviously, I was doing this last stream. So I've got this is just jars of dirt coming into obviously your seed extractors. I've got 10 currently up and running on this side of things. As you can see, they're all coming through and being sorted here. I've got plenty of potato, carrot for some reason. I can just sell them, I think, like that. Keep that rolling. But yeah, I've literally got so many carrots currently, it's ridiculous. Some of that is being made it into liquid fertilizer. Is farm sim meeting satisfactory? Yeah, it's kind of that sort of thing, yeah. Um, Obviously, I've got it all being belted through the wall next door, which is where it's then producing the first stage crops, is what I'm calling them. And obviously, this is going to be things like, if I can go into here, so I've got wheat, we have carrots, we have potatoes, and corn being produced here. I've set up 5 different um, pods, I suppose they're called. Um, each pod obviously has irrigation, as you can see. That's what the little water thing looks like, as well as the little greenhouse and an automated harvester. So I don't literally need to do anything apart from just keep an eye on them every now and again. There is a little bit of flickering, but it is what it is. But they do look a lot better than they were previously, and seem to be working a lot better as well. Obviously, with these, the little placeable parts, if I come in here, obviously they do have their own section. You have, I mean, obviously you're using the platforms MK1s. You do get obviously your Mark 2s, which have the 4 pod areas. And you can do exactly the same setup, but you can also add in water, fertilizer, and other things as well with that. I've not really used them that much before, but I may set up a bigger factory some point down the road, and try and utilize some of these. And also you do have the Mark 3, which gives you 9 pods, and it's exactly the same as this, but obviously more pods, more output, more input, and stuff like that. You're looking at FS333. it is a little bit like that, Aussie Kanga. It is. But yeah, how are you doing as well, Aussie Kanga? Yeah, so obviously I've gone through, I've unlocked everything that you need for it. So obviously these are going to be what you place down first of all. From there, you got to figure out now, is it going to be a crop, a tree, flower, or is it going to mycelia? Obviously, for this particular level I'm on at the minute, I'm just using the crop plots. Obviously, doing these jars of dirt and oh, I can never remember what these things are called. The reforced iron plates. It's so simple, actually, to be honest. Um, from there, you can then add in your irrigation modules. You can add in your harvester module and your greenhouse. Obviously, by adding that, it will increase how quick they produce, which is kind of nice. Obviously, tree plots will do your bananas and apple trees. Flowers, obviously, that's self-explanatory. It will just produce flowers that you can then use for other things. And then finally, mycelia. Obviously, that's another good thing that you can use for make it in fabric if you wanted to, or you can actually use that to go into doggo chow, I believe it is. Um, so yeah, that's basically the first line. Obviously, I've got it all being belted down underneath into storages, where it's then sorted out and stuff like that, which I'll get to in a minute. I'll do the top half first. So that's the level 1. So that's basically what you're going to be setting up if you do use this to start off with. It is really simple to understand. So let's go up one. And this is going to be the tier, I call it a tier, I suppose the tier 2 type stuff. So this is going to be bringing in your bog earth jars. Obviously you can scan for them as well. And coming out from that, you'll be getting your Yozi seeds, no, I think that's how you pronounce it, your pumpkin, your cotton, and your mycelia. That's jars of dirt, okay. Obviously, yep, same setup again. I've got 10 seed extractors going. I have set up kind of an overflow so they don't get stuck really. The ones down below in the first area does seem to fill this pretty quickly. So I think I do need to just have a little look at that at some point, but same thing again, we've got storages here, and then they're being belted next door, and surprisingly I do not have a door put on here yet, so let's do that quickly. Ba -ba -da -ba Let's go with one of you. There we go. Let's turn off. Oh, good. Hey there, team. Right, so this same setup again. I've used the same setup on each of these levels. Obviously, like I said, eventually what I want to do is maybe create maybe two other factories where they're using the bigger um, modules and stuff. So on here we have obviously Yossi being produced, and obviously they do output the biomass capsules as well. I'm not sure what they're used for yet. I haven't really got around to doing that yet. But you got your mycelia, you have your pumpkins, and then cotton on the end. So same setup again. Got seeds going into each, and then the products coming out, and then that is actually being run to the front here, and then down, and it's literally gone into the basically the basement, into storage, and then being sorted out from there. Obviously, one thing I do looks like I do need to do sort out some overflows for these guys at some point. So same setup again as below, and up above is exactly the same. Slightly different at the start because I've used less seed extractors up here. And obviously this is going to be bringing in your peat for this one. So as you can see, I did set this one up slightly different. So these first little buildings here, or placeables, are actually producing these are composters which produce a liquid fertilizer type of thing. Um, I think I'll be probably taking this out actually at some point and then adding them into another factory because obviously I do not have any of these um, pods, or I'm calling them pods basically, for growing. I don't have anything that's really using it. I suppose I could use it and then run it out to the next building maybe. We'll see. But yeah, so I've got the seed extractors. Obviously they're doing the, oh, what was it? The peat. And obviously from the peat you're going to get your flower seeds, your apple and your banana seeds. So same thing set up again. I've got them going into containers and then belted through into the next room. And then obviously this is going to be the final room for the production side of things. I do need to finish off adding in some greenhouses at some point on here, but I'll get there eventually. So obviously we've got the flower ones in the first row, and then it's going to be probably the bananas, yep, on that one, and then apples on the last line. So yeah, same setup again. Got the obviously seeds going in, products coming out. Obviously they're being stored up here rather than take them downstairs. But obviously I've got the bio capsules here. Then obviously I've got the apples, the bananas, which are now filled up. And then obviously I've got flowers being produced. I can drop them back in there now. I just need that to unlock the last production. Now, what you're probably thinking is, well, okay, once you've got all this, what do you do with it? Obviously, some of it you can sink if you wanted to, but one thing they did think of when they created this mod is they've added in a further production. It's basically a bakery. I haven't played with Fix-It Farming in a long time. I may have re-added. Yeah, and one thing they have done is they've actually gone through and changed a few things since I last used it personally. So in here, what I've actually now set up is basically some cooking hubs. So obviously we've got oh, I wonder why the corn's not coming down here. So obviously you can make muffins. So you got corn muffins, you got wheat muffins, you can make bread, and then in my final one I've got doggo chow, and this is the one I'm mainly trying to get up and running properly. I need to really go through and link these in with the main productions at some point. I have left space for an additional one if I can. It might be a bit of a squeeze to fit another one in there actually. Oh, I might just about get away with that. And obviously what I'm doing is running up from underneath because obviously that's where all this most of the storages are. So the last thing I'm just going to show you is obviously my storage area. Now some of it's a little bit clippy in places, but it is working. So obviously over here I've got the peak coming in. Obviously I've got some batteries set up for obviously the drone. This one is obviously the jars of dirt. I'll see if I slide underneath it'd be easier. So, oh, kitty cats behave. Joy. Hey, Mr. Wimmer, how you doing? So obviously this is where I've got my storage for my. I've only set up one at the minute. One thing I want to do eventually is actually set up overflows so I can get them going off into the productions and stuff. One thing they haven't got anything useful yet is the pumpkins from the looks of it, but unless I missed something. But yeah, I am pretty happy with it so far. Obviously, got plenty of space still. Maybe put some more storages in if need be. But that's basically it. That is Fix It Farming. The lowest selection, I suppose, is the best way to put it. Setup. And over here, I've just got some storages and stuff set up to go into the bakeries above. I call them bakeries because that's more what they are into these things. So yeah, and obviously with them you will need wood, water as well. So I've got that being piped in. But yeah, altogether I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. There we go. I've kept obviously the same look to that factory as all the rest, going with the glass and the metallic look. So I am definitely very happy. But the nice thing is I can expand that out, create. Actually, one thing I do want is more doggo chow being produced because obviously I do have the doggo pen down. I've got a doggo which I call Dajnet. Go figure. So obviously that is actually going to bring in additional stuff for me as well, which is kind of nice. And it could be literally anything. So obviously I've only had it placed down for, oh, let me think. Well, I put it down last night, got it set up, got my first doggo in there, and it's already got me a few bits. So to show you what I've done with that, one thing I will end up probably doing is trying to get that doggo food belted over here. So here's the doggo pen. Obviously I've set up a container on the front. Let's go meet Dajnet. Here's Dajnet. Hello mate, hello mate. Obviously you can pet, see Dajnet. Oh, he's a cute little boy. Need some friends. So obviously, just from a few hours in-game play, this is what he's brought me so far. Some of it can be just dumped away. Obviously, one nice thing that I'm really after is things like slugs and other things that's going to be useful for me, really. What I could do is set up a splitter or a couple of splitters separating it, but it's not bringing in too much. One thing you can do as well is create crates to capture the doggos and then bring them into the pen. It makes life a lot easier for transporting them because you can actually hold them in on yourself. Obviously I've got 3 there at the minute, so if I see a doggo I'm going to be grabbing it. Obviously around the back here I do have a, this is going to be for, actually the first one doggo chow. Obviously I've got water. Eventually if I do end up having too many doggos in boxes I'll probably shove them in there. For now you can just put them straight in if you wanted to. But yeah, that is it. One thing to take note of, if you are going to do the doggo pen, they will also bring in nuclear um, items as well. So if you haven't got anything set up for nuclear, bear that in mind. But yeah, altogether, I am happy with that. It's doing pretty well. But yeah, at some point I'd probably end up going through creating maybe 2 more factories that are bigger and using those other pods, as I like to call them, these platforms, I should say. So yeah, cool. Especially, I think the main aim would probably be for the like the doggo chow. Maybe set up the Mark II factory. I could probably do it on this side actually. Maybe keep it around about the same sort of height. Have it over here. So we've got Mark 1 and Mark 2 either side. I've got plenty of dirt coming through, so yeah. We'll see. That's a future project. Obviously, for today, I was aiming on expanding my train system. But yeah, you're doing good. Oh yeah, I'm doing pretty good as well. Thanks, Mr. Wimmer. Much appreciated for asking. Right, let's change this all because it's a little bit slow with that. So here we go. Now I have got a few hard drives I need to get unlocked. So actually I need to check to see how that last one was doing. So my aim for this initial part is to just start running the rest of the train around the outside of the map, really, trying to get into some of those other areas I've not got to yet on this save game. Ba-ba-da-ba-dam. One nice thing is I've got plenty of power, so with having my power currently linked to the train system, if I do want to set up a factory somewhere straight away, I can run it straight from the train station. But eventually what I want to do is have the train and the productions all separated. I'm kind of thinking if I can find some, I think it's the geysers, you can run power from them. Let me have a look at something. The geothermal generators, that's what I'm kind of thinking of using for the train system. Because obviously I'm not really using a lot of power for it, so I think that would be probably the best way. Obviously, one thing I will need to do is go through, sort out all these cables. I want to. Actually, this is one thing I want to sort out as well. Is the underneath of these? I want to replace all these foundations with something different. And I'm kind of thinking. I've also been watching Darius, and obviously he's using these frame foundations a lot. And I'm kind of thinking that sort of thing. Nice thing is then I could set up maybe two or three trains all running off side by side of each other. But for now, I tend to just do it one long one. Right, so this is where I've just literally started this morning. Ba-ba-da-ba-dam. Actually, I can actually add a train onto this already, and it'll work, which is kind of nice. So I brought it up. I wanted to at least make use of some of these arches as like a feature, I suppose, to the train system. So I'm heading off over this direction. So if you're not sure where I am, so obviously this is like I think it's Gold Coast it's called. And I'm not good with names on this plicking map. But obviously I have been up here a couple of times before, got some nitrogen gas up here I've needed it before that I've used. I should remove the factory I had up there temporarily. Um, but yeah, what I want to do is basically run a train up here and probably bring it across. And obviously over here we do have the desert, and then you've got your Titan forest and everything. I think it's over here, if I remember rightly, there is some more crude oil nodes, and that's one of the areas I want to create another fuel factory if I can. Maybe this time for outputting plastic and rubber mainly, because obviously that's one thing I don't really have producing much of at the minute. So let's get this going. So fudge. Let's think one. Right, I need a nice curve there, so let's bring that over to here. I think that should be nice. Yep, that's not bad actually. One nice thing as well, because obviously as these tracks are powered, you can actually use a hover pack partly at times to do them. Obviously, you will eventually run out. Am I gonna be fine? I could go a little bit further actually with them. Actually, I might do it from here because this is what I really want. Oh, fiddle, 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 fiddle. Dang it. Hey, yeah. Just yeah, be careful. Otherwise, you'd be swimming with the fishies. Thankfully, there's no actual fish or anything in this that are dangerous. I know further around, I think they've got something in the corals, but yeah, it's not too bad. Actually, that's one thing I needed to check was the MAM. do I have? Oops. What I need to put one down. Let's have a look quickly. Ma'am. There. Yep, good. How's that doing? Okay, so we got turbo fluid, fuel. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe that one because I've unlocked non. That's what Darius was using, wasn't it? Ooh, what's this? Nitric acid, fuel. See, that's not a bad little recipe. Let's go with that one. Right, 5 more. Okay, cool. So we'll give that 10 minutes. That would be fine. Da, 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 da. I'm surprised my wife's not over here saying, "Where's Norm? Where's Norm?" What? Oh, that was another thing as well. I unlocked the Blueprint Designer, the bigger versions. So we do have a Mark III, which is about 4 times the size of the original one. And then obviously you got this, which, well, actually tells you the dimensions. So Mark III is a 64 by 64. You have a Mark 4.1, which is the 80 by 80 by 64. And then obviously there's the Mark 4.2, which is 96 by 96 by 48. Obviously the original is a 32, 32, 32. So yeah, you could literally create an entire factory if you wanted to, just with that biggest one. Alright then, let's try this again. So let's get back up to where I was. What I'll probably end up doing is coming through, removing all this, and yeah, just having them. And at some point I do want to also add it in, obviously, supports for these along the way. And hey there, Neil, how you doing, buddy? Good morning to you too. No, I do not want a ramp. I do want it on the Zoop. Give me the foundation. There we go. Right. The only thing is these can be quite tricky. Now, I've used some of these before and then added in on top. Let's come in here a sec. So this is what I'm using. Now, what I've done with some of them in the past is use these glass frame foundations, and they make great supports. But I think for now, that should be fine. I'll have to see how tricky they are to place down without them on there, because they have basic glass on top as well, which makes life a little bit simpler. Now you've got to be a little bit careful that you don't fall through. Ooh. Let's bring that back a little bit to there. Oh yeah, that should be fine. Right, so let's get this up first of all. Da, 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 da. Yeah, how's it going there, Mr. Neil? Oh, there's a slug down there. Look at that. Yeah, it's always a good idea to grab slugs when you see them as well. Right, now, and I do have my little BB gun with me. Is there anything else around here? Nope, it's all bees. Or crabs. Ouch! Sod. Right, who are you? There. Come on, hit it, hit it! Oh, you stupid bugger. See, I like this because they've come in and added lots of extra details like the winkles and stuff. It's cool. Right, let's get you refilled. Right, there we go. Ouch. Aye. Ah, fiddlesticks. I love these homing bullets, they're great. Ow. Let's do this. Doing good, still learning this game. Yeah, me too, to be honest, but yeah. There's a few things I still don't understand about it, but yeah. Once you get the basis, it's easy enough to understand, to be honest. There's the other one. Right, what's this over here? Looks a little bit different. Ooh, autosave. Iron ore. Okay, I'm not too worried about that. Yep. Right, let's see if I can get back up there. Come on, come on, come on. Now, out of curiosity, Neil, are you on this server with Nuts Grumpy, dwarf? Because I know he was doing a lot of work and having issues with I think it was a blueprint that he's got. Here we go. Let's do it that way. Make it life a little bit easier. Still on tier 3. Oh, okay. Yeah, to be honest, I would recommend just going slow with it as well. Right, let's grab that a minute. There we go. Yeah, obviously I've got up to. Obviously I've still got phase 4 to complete, but I've got everything, pretty much everything unlocked that I want for now. Ba-ba-da-ba-dam. Yeah, this is definitely the only other game apart from Farm Sim that I play at the minute. Right, what do I want to do here? Let's have a look at the map a sec. So obviously I want to carry on straight up, really. So let me build it up from here. Now, when it comes to going upwards, I prefer to use some of these ramps. Obviously, when it's, I find trains can struggle a little bit at times um, when going upwards. So I tend to try and keep it on a slow slope upwards. Now, the only problem is, actually, what I could do is put some. Let's do something like this here. Bring it across. Actually, no, 1, 2, 3. Then we'll curve it around. Actually, take it a bit more. And we'll take it to there, something like that. Now, this is definitely one area I need to explore more. There's a lot of slugs and stuff over here. Because there's one right ahead there, blue one. Right, so 1, 2, 3. That should be more than enough there. So I can actually, nope, switch back. Actually, no, I'll leave that as is. I'll replace them in a minute once I've got the that track down. Let's see there. 1, 2, 3. So something like that. Now, when placing down tracks, one thing I would recommend, especially on the corners, is to do one little straight, then go back to the other end, and then start placing down the curved side. It does make life a little bit easier. There you go. And it's usually like that sort. You need like 3 by 3, and you get a perfect curve. The nice thing is then what you can do is just get rid of that and anything else. 1, 2, 3. So let's grab you. 1, 2, 3. So around about here. And this is how I've done all of my tracks. 1, 2, 3. And the nice thing is, well, if you wanted to do like a multi-directional sort of junction, what you can do is use that as a basis. So if I say, for instance, let me just add this in here a sec, and come across here by 3, for example. What you could do is hook up one there, and then do it over in this direction. So you've got 1, 2, 3, like that. And then the same in that direction, and then look at it. What you can then do is hook them all up, so it makes life a lot simpler. Actually, I could actually maybe have something going that way. I don't know yet. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of Total Eclipse, and he has helped a lot. His videos and even his streams as well. So recommend going over to give him a follow. No, you're playing on a single at the minute. Oh, okay. Put my first code generator down, but not happy with them, so I may change that today. Yeah, some of they do get a little bit tricky to understand at times. It's only recently I've actually got mine properly up and running. Obviously, one thing you do need to definitely keep an eye on is the water flow. That is one thing I've always had the issue with. Da, 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 da. But what I've done is I've set up 2 water extractors going into a 600 pipe. Then that's then going to the generators. Dang it. There we go. See, this is one of the reasons I don't usually put these down so early. But yeah, the nice thing as well, obviously using these particular for the railway is you can actually run belts underneath as well if you wanted to. Da, 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 da. Ooh, let's go back a bit. And don't worry, I do have enough for a train to get back after doing all this. There we go. 2. Come on. Okay, I need to go back a little bit further there. It looks like that other one's slightly off. Does that look a little bit off to me? Let me see something. Mm, not happy with that one. Yeah, so before you know it, Neil, you'll have a fuel. No, oh shoot, not again. Fuel station up and running and producing tons and tons and tons. Actually, my fuel plant is literally right here, and that's currently got 120 fuel generators running, so that's not bad. I've got more than enough fuel being produced to actually maybe double that, if not triple it. Right. Actually, what I could do is take it from here, couldn't I? Da, 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 da. Actually, I don't want to take the slope. Let's leave that there for a minute. La 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 la. I need to put this on a hotkey. Crap, I can never remember how to scroll across. Oh well. Now there is a way of scrolling across, but I can never remember how to do it. Let's go with a slightly bigger foundation on there. Come on, clipboard. Okay, so it is taking it slightly interesting. I I think I've got a cold or something coming. Okay, so that would be why, because that sloped in it. This must be the flat part. Let me do this. Get back up there if I can. Nope. Hey, there we are. Oh yeah, that's not too bad actually. Right, so I can take that one off. Yeah, so the nice thing is obviously with this hover pack, it is actually using the power that's in the train tracks as well, so it makes life a little bit easier when doing things. But obviously if you get too far away, it can be a pain. So let me see if I can do a little support there. Let's see if I can stay close to the track so I don't lose connection. Oh, come on, where are you? No, don't want you there. Oh, I'll come back to that later. Bugger it. But what I can do is take some of this out. Ah, fudge. There we go. Sounds like the budgies are having a squabbling time next door. My daughter's got budgies, but they can be very noisy at times. Let's see. Waiting patiently on Dave's new map. Yeah. Yep. Obviously, you got the competition map, which is pretty much sorted out now. I think they've got a couple of things just to finish on that, but I got a feeling that he's probably ready to get that try and get it uploaded to Giants soon. Um, Now corners have always been a bit of an issue with me, so let me take that one out. What I can do, drop that down to there. I wonder if I can get down far enough from that. Oh, I had it then. It's typical. Oh, I might get away with it. Actually, what I can do is take that out a minute, grab that, and do it from there. There we go. Foundation set up. Where there's a will, there's a way. Right. Righty. Yes, one thing I've noticed with the tracks, if they're not placed quite right, they will go a little bit funky like that. But, it'll have to do. There we go. That's fine. Let's see if I can get rid of these while I'm going. Now, if I remember rightly, it's 10 squares between each of these for their track lengths. Oops. But I very rarely do the calculations properly with these. Let's see. Nope. Come on. There we are. I know Darius. He loves going through. Well, especially more recently, is making it a lot more productive. I suppose is the best way to put it. Why are you? Oh, there we go. Thinking, why is that not zooming downwards? Oh fudge! No, 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 no! Oh yeah, bugger. Also, I'm not too worried with that not going all the way down for now. Ooh, one. Just while I'm here, I might as well get this sorted out. It can go down as far as it can. 8. There we go. Um, ladder. There we go. Let's see. Can I? There we go. Oh, helps if I got my jetpack in. I'm just going for a little swim, guys. There we go. Can you make a zoo? No, unfortunately. A lot of the animals or creatures on here are hostile towards you. Yeah, see, that's gone off on this. Why is that like that? Have I misplaced something? Oh. One thing to bear in mind is when more and more buildings that you get, it will cause more and more time for it to save. Now, why is that got a bend in it? There. That is not right. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, fiddlesticks. Yeah, this is why I try not to use these freaking things. But I wanted to use them this time around because they do suit the train tracks a little bit better. There we go. Now, the only thing you can really store is the doggos. Right, I'm going to do it the other way. Where are they? Because I hate falling down. And I think I want them that way. Zoop. If it's going to behave today. Come on. It's not going to do it today. Let's try it from this side. There we go. That's what I want. I'll say we've fallen down again. Right, let's take that one out. Now, let's see if this is going to stay straight this time. Might just do small increments this time. Let's see. That's not bad. That's what I want. There we go. Would be nice if you could zoom further rather than just 10. There we go. Right, let's finish this part off first of all. I'm editing the containers in the container mod pack to take all the stuff in the SGA maps. Yeah, obviously it's a nice easy fix to be honest. I don't know why they didn't set it up. I haven't actually looked myself, but keep it as bulk and then it wouldn't have caused any issues. Oh, I know I was watching Danger Engaged earlier, and he's got the fire, oh, what do you call it, land clearing mod, and it was conflicting with another mod, so just bear that in mind, guys. I think it was like the jerry can mod or something, he said. Actually, let's switch back to be hover pack. There we go. Make life a little bit easier. To be honest, I know that I think it was Enduro the other day was testing out, and he said it was completely crap. So I'm not surprised, to be honest. And, they're labeled as grain containers, so I'm only putting in grains. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like I said yesterday during the stream. Oh, by the way, I did get my sounds sorted out for Farm Sim. Turns out when I put my computer back together, I didn't connect up my speakers back to the computer, and that's what was throwing the sound off. Bloody digging weird. Never had that before. Oh, there's a pink up there. Or a purple slug. Let's go grab that. Pop. Yeah, so I got that finally figured out last night, and I was able to get my sand back in on Farm Sim during the competition on Dave's stream. So, oh craps. I hate these friggin' things. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Fudge. Dang it! I think I've got some spares. Right, let's grab some food. Oh yeah. Actually, let's go grab the train. We'll try and get back there in a minute. Mind you, I should have expected that to be there. It's a pain. To fix the walls of the corner, go 2 to 3 foundations out from the corner, connect, and then go back to the train. And you can have a straight track. Okay. Right, I'll just go wait for the train to come back. So yeah, I've got 2 trains actually currently set up on here, as you can see. I do want to at some point look at increasing the amount of trains coming in here. I'm probably looking at maybe 2 more for each direction if I can. But I do also want to use the drones a lot more as well. The only problem is they've got quite small capacities. Also got that train over there, which is bringing in quick wire and stuff like that, and crystals and such. I think it is from over there. Oh no, no, it's crystals and the silica, I should say. Coming in from over there. I do have a second load of. I'm trying to think what else it was I had coming in from that end. It's been such a long time since I've been over here. Let's have a little look. Oh yeah, bauxite as well is coming in from that side, and then obviously this side is just bringing in that polymer resin from obviously the fuel generators. So oh, it's getting there, it's definitely getting there, and I'm really happy with how it's starting to turn out. I've always had a little bit of issues when, especially the power, um, but this time around I've taken it a little bit slower, and it seemed to be doing pretty well. So I've got me a little aluminum factory there, just went on the train by the way. Here he comes. Aluminum productions there, which is obviously creating aluminum sheets and all that, and casings. Over there I've got my Fixmiss farm, yeah, Fixmiss factory. I was supposed to say Fixmiss farming. There's too many Fixmisses or fix it stuff on here. And let's see if I can jump into you. There we go. So yeah, definitely getting there slowly. Oops. I can't do the map. Oh, I can do the map. Okay, while I'm in here. Good. Yeah. So if I can get up to here today, what I do want to do is set up a little factory to package or do something with this nitrogen gas or nitro gas. Because I do know with, I think it's one of these. I think it's the cubes I need. Um, the gas for. So I want to try and get that either set up a factory over there producing them, or have it being brought in on a train. Fun and games. But I think at some point I do want to set up, obviously, additional lines coming in. I'll probably have to set them on one side rather than having both sides, because it's quite tight. Or I wonder if I can do it as stacked. That's an idea. I haven't seen that before. Basically having 2 or 3 trains on the same line, but having them one on top of each other. That'd be kind of an interesting idea. I have not seen that yet. Saves on space then, because I've got plenty of space up, going up. Yeah, I might give it a try. But yeah, 120 fuel generators. I am definitely happy with that so far. Right. Definitely. And I've got actually more products that's stored there for up to 400 of those generators. So, yep, I should be fine. I just need to bring more, I think it's more concrete over and plastic. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum, ba-da-ba-dum. Yeah, slight wobble isn't too bad, I think. Depends on what it's like on it when the train's on there. But even there, it's got that little wobble. Now I've got to try and figure out how I'm going to get up there. Haha, whoops. Should have brought some extras. Ooh, where's that edge? Because it had the ladders there, didn't it? I can probably use that. Right. Let me grab one of you. Because I really don't want to go too low down. That'd be fine. Otherwise I can't get back up. Right, 1 or 2. Yeah, it'll be fine. I think it's just where it's gone round on a slight angle. It's not the same angle as I usually do. But it is fine. Da, 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 da. Yeah, so what you guys up to this weekend? Anything good? Obviously, I've got a few things to sort out later on today. But apart from that, not much. Right, let's see how far I can get with this. I want to try and get as close as possible. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let me grab one of them. Right. Something to stand on. Now there's got a slight overhang there. Actually, I could do a bit higher on that, really. One, two. Okay, there he is on the other side. I see him. Fudge. Let's go in. There we go. Yay. Okay. 1, 2. Grab all my bits back. Oh, tricky. Right, so gun, hover pack. Actually, I don't need the hover pack. Where's jetpack gone? Oh, there. That. Got sliders on. Put you. Not sure even why I've still got that in my inventory. I haven't got any of the snowballs on me at the minute. Bum. Same with that. I haven't got any ammunition for it. Let's do that. Right. Oh, slow down. Slow. Oh, there we go. Purple Power Slug. Hey, it's Tim. How you doing? When I lay my tracks, I get OCD if they're wobble. I learned how to do it 100% straight. Yeah. Uh, yeah, they can. Yeah, that is one thing I have noticed. You can get very OCD in this game. That is definitely for sure. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave that corner off because that's one thing I have started noticing is clippage is a horrible thing to look at times. Tiny little bit is fine, but yeah, um, it can get a bit ridiculous in places. Ba-ba-da-ba-dam. I think two, that'd be fine. Now, I wonder if I could, no, you can't do you can do slot, but it's a bit tricky at times. I think that'll be fine there. And let's see if I can get this coming. Zoop. There. One, two, three. I will get rid of that one. That's fine. And then, see, what I could always just do is leave that foundation there if I wanted to. Kinda want to do something different to normal. That, and we'll shove that. We'll do that in a minute. Because normally I usually just leave these foundations and go from there. Actually, we've got hover pack. There we go. Because I do have the power there, don't I? Do, 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 do. Oh, one, two, three. Yeah, I think that'll be fine, won't it? And, oh, two. I want you there. Come on, zoop. This way. Come on, come on. You're just going to be a pain in the butt, ain't you? There. Yeah, what I can do is add in like a support going straight down there, couldn't I? Actually. So let's grab some of you. I want you to go down. Zoop. Vertical. And can I get it to work or not? I can always add it in later if need be. Oh, there we are. Had it a second ago. There. Banging. One there. And if I can get it in the middle of here, it'd be kind of cool. Now, so if you want to place off slightly or overlapping, if you hold down the control button, you can actually then move these foundations around and stuff. So there, which is kind of cool. And I don't know if I'm going to get the other one there. I really didn't want to go too far down. I can always come back later and sort the bottoms of them out. Right. Let's take that away a minute. Let's see if I can do it this way. Helps if it's on the zip, not vertical. Take that one away. Nope, I don't want that one. I want that one. I need to get in and do some city skylines at some point. I have it downloaded and installed on the computer, but I just haven't had time to get it up and running. Let's see how that does. That's looking pretty fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Right. Nope, I don't want that foundation. Let's come in here. Be easier. Before I friggin' fall again. There we go. Ooh, got some iron node down there from the looks of it. There's another one there, another one there. Wow. May have to come through and set up like a good sized iron production factory over here. What else we got around here? Let's have a little look. Not a lot over that direction from the looks of it. Or it's not drawing in. Kind of curious at what sort of purity they are. Actually, let me do this. Wow, there's quite a few around here actually. Right, so we've got normal, 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 normals. Yeah, there's a load of normals right there. That's kind of nice output. Cool. And who was talking to me then? I'm hearing voices, guys. I'm hearing voices again. It's not good. Right, where's that nitrogen gas? Good freaking question. Where did I put it? Look on the map. I'm sure I'm going in the right direction. Oh, a fair old way yet. Right, so let's put a highlighter on there. See. Oh, over there, okay. Boop, boop. Let's see what we've got. Gotta love it when you get Twitch app open and you're watching whilst driving to work and the stupid app keeps closing. Yeah, I try not to do that. Whenever I'm driving, I keep my phone in my pocket and don't do nothing. Yeah, but I'm doing alright actually. Doing alright. Actually, one thing I do need to do is take a quick break and check on the wife and see how she's doing. The new pills are really knocking her for one at the minute. So, I think that's a nice long length there. Get that going. Now that's one thing I don't know for anybody who does play Satisfactory. When you pick up a slug, do you ever notice that it keeps the particle effects for where it was? Obviously, I've already picked that one up there, but you're still getting the tracing, or whatever you want to call it. Kind of weird. Very, very weird. I've had that on a few actually, and not just the purple ones, but um, yellows and blues. I actually had one that on one of my previous save games. You couldn't even pick it up, which is really strange. And that was over in the swamp area off the desert. Nope, can't put it there. But yeah, what I'm going to do is take a quick couple of minute break, guys, and I will be right back. Oh, Yeah, I've noticed that, and since many of them respawn, it makes sense. I suppose, yeah. It's kind of, for me personally, it's a bit of a pain because obviously you look back up there and think, oh, did I get that? And then you end up going up there and then wasting time trying to get it. But yeah, I'm going to take a quick break and I will be back in a couple of minutes. Alrighty, guys, I am back. Right. I've got my coal generator down with 3 water extractors. The last coal generator doesn't have a blue line going into my pipes are not connected right. It could be, or there's not enough water going through. Dang, I'm miles away. Let me head back a minute. Where's my trains? There. Doesn't matter. This makes life a little bit easier having a train. Let's head back a minute. Actually, I can check that little kink as well, see how bad that is. So it depends on what pipes you're using as well, would determine the flow. Um, if you've got any elevation in the pipe as well, what you may need to do is add in a pump. Ba-da-ba-dum. Now, depending on where that other train is, I might have to jump off this one. There it is. Right, stop, 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 stop. We'll jump into that other one quickly now. Show you the one that I've got up and running at the minute. So what I've actually done is I've got an area. Let's see. Right, so got to try and figure out where the heck we are. If I remember rightly, over here I've actually got some water extractors set up there. They're actually taking the water, go away, all the way down here. So it's literally coming along. It's actually going up and down, sort of thing. Oop, auto save. Right, just let him load up, and we'll head back, and I'll show you what I mean. So obviously, if you've got any head lift, if for me personally, if it's even only a little head lift where your pipes are going upwards, I always put down a pump. So it makes the water go a little bit easier. Come on, let's go, 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 go. And obviously, when you put your pumps in as well, they will need power. So make sure that they are connected to your power as well. Even if it's a couple of little bio generators or something like that, just get them going. Give it a go. But yeah, if you're not getting any water coming through, maybe disconnect your pipes, reconnect them. They sometimes don't connect properly as well. Right, I'm going to jump out here just to show you. So this is my little water extraction. I've got this partly set up to take more. Oops. If need be, excuse me, burpage. Ba, 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 ba. Now, obviously, with these ones, I've actually overclocked them, so that they're each one is putting out 300 liters of water, so it's maximizing the maximum flow for these pipes. So the ones I've got are the Mark IIIs, I believe it, or Mark II pipeline with no indicators. These are the ones I'm using. I know if you're using this, obviously, these ones, the Mark Ones, will only do 300. So obviously, if you're overclocking, you're only actually going to get basically one per pipe if you're using those Mark 1 pipes. Obviously, I've got the 600 pipes, so I've got two hooked up. All of them are overclocked. And obviously, as you can see here, I do have a bit of an uplift there. So I've just added in a Mark II pump. You don't even need to have it a Mark II, to be honest. You could probably do a Mark 1, or even just set it as a valve if you wanted to. And what am I catching on? Oh, I see. There we go. So let's run along here quickly. Now I do have what's that? 9 pipes in total. Only 8 of them are actually going to my coal generator on here. The last one there is going to my aluminum factory. But all of these, where it's flat, you can get away with not using any pumps or anything, which is kind of helpful. But yeah, I've literally gone through them pipes now, I think twice now, and replaced them at times. Hello, you. That's Bob, by the way. He likes to fly around the map. There's a few Bobs around. And another area where I've got it raising up, it's even a little bit, is up here. I'm just adding in a little pump just to help that flow sort itself out. Oops, didn't mean to hit that one. Let me do this so I can show you guys. So obviously on this corner here, also there is a little bit of an up, but you don't really need, to be honest, you could probably get away with not even using any pumps, but I just added a little pump, the Mark II pumps in there as well, just to help that flow a lot easier. Then obviously they're then running through, oops, to my coal factory. I still need to figure out that other display. For some reason it seems to be showing a lot further away. Right, so let me jump down underneath first of all. Because obviously I'm feeding it all from underneath. I don't think I can get under there now. Slide under. So this is where they're all coming in. Obviously because there is a bit of a down flow there, that is actually going to increase the flow rate as well, which will help. So you don't need much more any pumps really, but I am adding in as it is. So they're maximum, yeah, so they're doing pretty well. So what I've done is obviously I'm doing one pipe to two or four generators. Looking at that actually, it's been a while since I've done this one. Yeah, so it's 600 being split between four generators, and obviously I'm not getting any issues with flow rate. But yeah, make sure you're getting enough flow of water and coal for these. I wonder if I can get them up, sharded up a little bit more, as they seem to be quite good. Maybe. So yeah, that's how I've got mine set up. So I've got it all coming underneath. Obviously, if you're only using a 300, I'd probably only recommend doing two generators per pipe. Obviously, where I've got it is 6, I can then do it to 4. So that's that under their setup. It's pretty easy to set up once you get one or two sorted out. Same on the other side. I've just added in the pump just to push it up those pipes a little bit faster. One thing as well that I do is I set up a little kind of a buffer storage area for my coal. So I've got 4 of the largest containers there, as you can see, all stored with coal, which is coming in from a pure node underneath me here. Right there, which is, I believe it's over sharded as well. Yeah, so it's a Mark II belt, it's fully over sharded, so it's putting out a lot of coal. So technically I could probably add in some more pipes if I wanted to, and actually use more generators, but I think for now it is fine. So I don't know if that helps any. But yeah, if it's not getting water coming through, make sure that these are all hooked up correctly for the water and obviously the coal. One thing I will say is I have noticed some of these connections here aren't quite connected right, so you may need to place them down again or set them a little bit further back and then have a belt going into them. But yeah, if it's not getting your water through, try just removing it and replacing it again. There we go. But this is actually outputting currently 3,375 milliwatts of power. And that's only 30 generators I've got up and running here. But also take note on how much coal is coming out of your miner as well, because that will affect it. So if you're on an impure node, um, you're not going to get as much as you will on a pure. Right, now can I get up there? I should be able to somewhere. I want to try and get this train back. There we are. Oh, dang it. Must have just missed him. But yeah, this is the sort of thing I want really going throughout, is having those two different um, supports really set up. But one thing is, once you've got the coal up and running, you can then start focusing on, say, the fuel power as well, and that does make life a lot easier. And if you can find the diluted fuel um, recipe, it does make life a lot easier. So you do need your blenders for that, some water, and then oh crap, what do you call it? The other stuffy wuffy. See, this corner I don't like. Let's take that one off as well. That's better. Um, I can't even think of what it's called now. Oh well. Oh, heavy oil residue. There we go. I think that's what the issue was previously that I had, is the hot heavy oil residue stuff. When I was doing it before, I was doing it straight to fuel. I didn't even realize there was the alternate recipe for the diluted version, and that does make it go that little bit further. Pipe pop often will bug out if you have placed a splitter on the pipe. Best to remove the pipe and then replace the splitter. Yeah. Actually, touch wood so far, I've very rarely had that happen. It's very, very rare that I've had that issue. But it can happen, obviously, so yeah. Mr. Culp, how are you doing, buddy? Welcome on in. Actually, while I think about it, I'm being told doofus and completely ignoring doing shout outs. So, obviously, if you're not following Mr. T Miller, he was here. I don't know if he's still there, but yep, make sure to click on his link, give him a follow. And let's do Mr. Culp TV as well. He was doing a little bit of Diablo. So, Diablo 3 or Diablo 4? 3 looks fit the other day. So make sure to click on them, give them a follow, and you never know, you might like to enjoy what you see. Right, I think. Ooh, some copper down there as well. Yeah, I might have to set up a decent sized factory over here. The nice thing with these sections, you can, if you do want to set up a factory or a station area, you can just remove the train and then put in the stations and stuff. Nice. Um, Season 28 of Diablo, hey? Wow. They've got is it Diablo 4 or something coming soon, haven't they? Not my kind of game, but obviously if you enjoy it, you go for it. Yeah, to be honest, at the minute I'm just mainly focusing on Farm Sim and my Satisfactory here. Right, so I want it to raise up now. So let me. I've tried using these before, but I think they're too much of an incline. So let me grab some of you. Oh, fiddlesticks. Didn't mean to do that. No. Oh, I hate when that happens. Actually, I keep forgetting what I've got on me. Oh, right. Let's see. I need something to get back up here. Some ladders. There we go. That do. That's a funky looking cacti. I think there should be fine. One, two. There we go. Another option you can do as well when you're doing these tracks is maybe set up some steps or something so you can gain access a little bit easier. Right, 6, 10. I'm too kind. I'm not too kind. I'm horrible. What you on about? Yeah, how are you getting on with your Satisfactory, Mr. Cope, as well? Yeah, Mr. Cope is another person who likes playing Satisfactory. Oh. Why did I only do one? That's annoying. These saves are going to kill me one of these days, I swear. Yeah, this seems like a nice little area actually. Got a lot of ore around here. It's one area I haven't really explored that much in the past. But looking at it, there is a lot of ore, iron ore around, because there's another couple of nodes over there. So look, what kind of nodes are they? Right. So we've got pure, lots of pure, some normals. I know we got some normals further back, haven't we? In cool. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe I could set up. Now, depending if there's any coal, that's an idea. Let's have to see where there's some coal, if there's any around here. Not my luck, probably not. Hmm, nope. See, I was almost thinking there for a second. Oh, there's some coal. What I could do is either truck or train in some coal and create like a big steel factory or something going on in this area. Let's put a highlighter on that for a minute. See where you are. Yeah, that's not too bad actually. Could could use a trade system coming in here, create a nice big, huge factory actually there, couldn't I? Ooh, ideas. Obviously, I've got some being produced back home, but yeah, there's a hard drive down there too. Slug there. Hmm, there's another slug there. Some SAM ore looks like on top of there. Yeah, I could definitely see a nice big factory over here. Maybe it's doing steel and iron products. Oh, fudge. And it looks like we've got some peat or something there as well. Oh, fudge, didn't mean to do that one. So yeah, definitely a nice area if you're setting up an ironworks or something, or steel works. Doesn't look like there's much else actually. There's a couple of copper there. Looks like there's some sandstone there. Hmm. So you could have a nice little base actually up around here. I think that's probably going to be high enough. So let's bring that back with... Actually, I'm going to just put down a normal base for the minute here. Let's go with that one there. Obviously, this is where it's coming off. Let's see what he's... It's coming along good. I went back to earlier save to build factories and rail systems differently. Ah, right, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I lost all my old save games. It's a kind of annoying. No idea what happened. I had a save, and game crashed and lost all my saves. And that was 236 hours ago. uh, yes, when I basically restarted this with this one. Kind of annoying. No idea why it happened, but oh well. It is what it is. And to be honest, this time around, I think it's actually turned out a lot better. I think this is now my fifth restart in total. There we go. Let's get this going. Actually, before I go too far away, let me grab out the train. Here we go. Yes, so definitely happier with this save. And obviously, I am taking my time. I did, I think, spend the first what 100 hours or so really going hard to get stuff unlocked, and then from there I've only just really just ended up chilling out, working on little projects here and there, and making it just that little bit easier. Can't go that far up. Okay, so there. But yeah, I'm definitely not in a rush anymore. Just taking my time, trying this time to actually enjoy it, grow. I'm not big on big, humongous factories. Obviously, you see like Dave and Darius and NBCs, and they're outputting thousands of each of the products. It's like, yeah, that's just a bit over the top, really. But that's the nice thing with this is set up however you feel comfortable. If you want to do small builds and do it from there, you can. If you want to do big, humongous builds, you can. There is no right or wrong way of doing it. There we go. Let's take that one away. We'll take that one away. It looks like there's a gold slug down there, or a yellow slug down there. Take that one off a minute. And let's get back to my frames. So I'll do it from there. Yeah, it's not too bad. But I will take that one off. And we'll shove some of that down. Are you gonna zip? Nope. Let's try it from this side instead. There we are. Ba ba da ba. Yeah, there's another yellow one there. There's a blue. Ooh, blue right there. There's like something over there in the rocks. Cool. Right, where was my little pointer? Thinking about it. So nitrogen, we'll highlight that over in that corner there. It's a little way yet. Let's grab you while I'm here. Actually, that would be one thing I have found at times. It can be a lot easier doing these tracks from underneath. Here we go. Nitrogen gas or nitro gas. I see an issue that I didn't sort out before. Dang it. Do you see my mistake? Because I came up one more there. That's where it should have started from. Muppets in space. Come on, click on there. There we go. Well, should have been that level. Fudge nuggets. Pew. We'll do that. Oh, don't fall, don't fall. There. Take that one off. There we go. That's how it should be. Yeah, so basically what I want to do now, I think, is circle it around, going off that direction. Um, maybe have a little train system station set up here to take some of these products out. Ooh, that's quite a drop down. Did I really have a factory all the way down here? Jeez, that is weird. See what I could do. Yeah, so I don't want to go too much further out. Is set up like a little platform area here for a station. Let's do something like that. Three, there, one, two. This could be like a little staging area. There. Fudge. Need to get some more concrete. Yeah, I think that'll be good for today. Go back and grab some more concrete. One, two, three. Hopefully that should be fine. Oh, oh, that needs glasses, concrete as well. For some weird reason, I thought they needed silica for doing the glass ones. That's weird. But very, very weird. But this is going to make life a little bit easier. Right, hopefully. And at some point, I do want to also add in the trucks as well. Utilize them. I've not really done much with the trucks before. I know Darius is now using them quite a bit on his save game. Ooh, hello planet. So I'm not that. Well, look at that. It doesn't look like I'm that far away from my main base, but it's surprising at just how much different distance that is. Now I just want to check something. So save that a minute. I'm going to upload this save game to the Satisfactory calculator and have a look at something. Where is it? Where are you? Interesting. No, I do not want FS. Satisfactory calculator there is. For some strange reason, my link for that's moved. Favorites bar, done. So if you're not sure on how to use a Satisfactory calculator, so one thing it's got in it is an interactive. Oh, wrong screen. Let me sort this one out a sec. Background properties. I want screen 2. There we go. So obviously on here it's got an hey Gamer Paul, an interactive map on here. And basically what that is you can upload your save game to the map. So right here. Now obviously when you load it up initially it is going to just show all the default stuff. So for example, there's that hard drive I mentioned a minute ago. You can change things around if you wanted to show. But obviously at the minute I'm over up in this area here. Oh, that's a pure limestone. Oh, cool. I could set up a little concrete plant as well. Excuse me. That's weird. But yeah, looking at this, there's a lot of hard drives. Obviously, these do tell you what you need to actually unlock them as well. So obviously, you need some power. That one, for example, doesn't need anything, so you go to it without anything in your pocket and open it up. Obviously, you got one just here, which needs 8 turbo motors, or you got some solid biofuels need to unlock that. So this is one thing that is really helpful. The only thing that isn't helpful is all these freaking different things. But like I said, you can actually upload your save games to this as well by clicking on this bit right here. Now, one thing that I did do is I think I've already got it set up is a shortcut to the folder that I need. Combination map displays. Oh, please just say it didn't get rid of it. It might have done. Oh, that's a bugger. Oh, they're right there. Obviously, I've got one already set up, but what I'll do is I'll show you guys how to find it. So, if you go to your main drive, go to Users, go to whatever your name would be. So, obviously, in my case, it's Wayne, because that's my real name, not Billy. And what you want to look for is this app data. Sometimes you may have to go through your computer and make it so that normally it's a hidden file. You'll need to go through and show them. It's really quite simple actually. If I say for instance come here, up the top here you got your view option. If you go to show and just make sure that this here, hidden items, is selected so it's actually going to show those hidden folders. There is other ways of doing it, but that's probably the easiest one. Obviously, I've got Windows 11, so it may differ from you. But anyway, you want to go into your app data folder that was hidden to local. Scroll down and find factory game, and it's right there. So go into that. Oops, mouse is playing up. There we go. Go to saved, and then from here you can actually bring up your log if you want to when it crashes and such, and check them out if you wanted to. You got save game backup. Obviously, if you save game does get corrupted or something, you can actually take it to an earlier version. Obviously, for this one, you can come in here. Obviously, I've only got one save game, which is right there, plus my blueprints as well. I'm not sure why I've got a server manager thing up here, but it is what it is. So obviously in game you got your blueprints, and this is where they're all going to be stored. And this is where if you download any from obviously the website here on the Satisfactory calculator or from Discord or from someone else, this is where you want to be putting them into this blueprint folder. Obviously there, I've got none according to this in here, which is strange, very strange. But this is where my save games are, and if you wanted to upload them, make sure to select the most up-to-date one. So today should be the 25th of February 2023, which is this one. And this is the one I just literally saved a minute ago. So just click on that. That will upload all the information that you've currently done in that save game onto this interactive map. Obviously, as you can see here, you got all the different things popping up. Obviously, it shows how many foundations you got down, how many walls, lights, billboards, you name it, buildings, everything currently going in your map. One thing you can do if you wanted to, go for the realistic map. That's really quite nice actually. So if I scroll back down here, this is my current. I'll see if I can get rid of some of these ads because they're a pain. My current build. Obviously, I've got it full screen to show you it. So this is currently my build. So looking at this, obviously I've got something over there. What's that there? Oh yeah, that's putting out my silica and stuff there. Obviously I'm pulling out the bauxite from here, running it across to the train station, which is right here, which is then bringing that back into my main base. I've got a small pure, what do you call it, crude oil being trained in over here, which is then creating some other bits and pieces. And obviously got some ammunitions over here being produced. Obviously none of that's overclocked, it's just actually shut down at the minute. But this is actually my main base at the moment. Obviously I've got my coal plants right there. Everything is being produced. It's really, some of it's overclocked, some of it's not, but you can actually see what is in the entire factory there. Obviously that's only on one level. Underneath that there is other stuff going on, which is kind of cool. I've got a crate there for some reason, full of rubber. Have to try and find that at some point. You can zoom in further if you wanted to, or further out. Um, let's see, that's my power plant right there, or storage. I think it's around about 300. Storage is right there. Ba-ba-da-bam. That's my aluminum there. That's my fix smith stuff. That's the fix it farming right there. Like I said, probably what I'll do is set up a second factory here. It'd be maybe twice the size, and it's utilizing some of those like Mark II, Mark III um, pods. I keep calling them pods, but they're not called pods, are they? But yeah, you can see all the different nodes and stuff around. There's my generators. That's not bad actually. 150 watts output on that. Cool. I'm happy with that. It's only using 12 fluid off of 4 nodes right there. That's not bad actually. Um, yeah, so what I wanted to look at, so this is the area I'm in at the minute, up here. Um, let's see. It's not going to show me because I don't think I've got it selected. Look, come out of there a minute. One thing you can do is select and deselect the resources and stuff. So like say sulfur for example. Actually if I was to select them all, Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. It will show what is in that area for your resources. And I'm not really worried about that. Actually, I'll put all them on as well. Sand ore is not really needed, so I don't need to worry about that. You'd be surprised at just how much stuff is around on this map. Come on, show. Another thing you can do is map layer, I think it is. Show, 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 toggles. There we go. So you can actually see all the different nodes and stuff. But I'd recommend using this site a lot, guys. It does help out finding things a little bit easier. And yeah, I want to see something a minute. I do want to see. Alright, so there's a lot of iron ore, got some copper, got plenty of limestone. So yeah, I could probably pull all these together, create a limestone factory up here, or concrete factory, and then maybe iron and steel productions. Da, 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 da. Where are they? Why did I unselect them or something? I must have done. Say plonker, because that was what I was looking at. Some of those pures. Now there is a way to show the whole map. Where is it? Artifacts, collectibles. Not worried about that. Map layer. Old border. Ooh. Make sure that's shown. Unselect layers. Pure. Oh, there we go. For some reason, I thought you could show them all. That's weird. Maybe not. But there's quite a few pures around there, so that's kind of cool. Yes, yeah, so that's probably what I'm going to be doing. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted. Nitrogen gas. So they're all pure as well. Okay. Because this is what I want. I set up a little factory over in this area. Maybe it might be end up being a big one actually. And utilizing that nitrogen gas for something. But for now, but yeah, definitely recommend using this website. Where the heck is it then? Oh, let me see something. Is that? Nope. 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 Show. How do you untoggle that then? Give me a clue. I know there's a way of showing the entire map. Show. Oh, there you go. Fog. That's what it is. Yeah, so there you go. So that's what I wanted. So what I'm thinking is probably having a cut off here and then bringing the train across this way. Now in here there is some geysers, and this is what I'm kind of thinking of hooking up my um, train systems to. Set up like because I don't think you get much out of that actually. It's a pure, and that would be perfect actually to power the train system. And have everything else separated so that they have their own power areas set up. I think that would be kind of cool. Ooh, that's a bit funky. Um, Obviously, at the minute, I've got this powering up my main factory, this area over here. I do have a small coal area over here, actually, set up. Not much, actually. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's another 10 actually there. So it's 40 coal generators actually going here. I've got space for more, but you've got some good nodes up around this way that you can tap into. But think about it, I've got 30 down here running off one pure node. So yeah. So depending on how many trains you will run, the thermal power can work. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because there's I think there's quite a few nodes up there, isn't there, for those geezers. And I think the train system that Darius is it Darius or NBC have, obviously that was set up to run off of the geezers and that and hydropower. But that is my aim is to use these as power source because I've got another one there that's a pure, so I can set up a little run the power to that. Maybe set up a small station or something. But it's something. It's a plan for the future. That's the thing that I want. But yeah, I'm gonna end up taking the trains up and around here, up to the desert. Obviously, I am gonna have bits coming off. And then have it circling back down and around to the main base. So it's basically one big circle, and then have bits coming in and off of it. That's my main aim. I think that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, you'd be surprised at how. Yeah, I've got some more up there, haven't I? That's more nitrogen gas as well. Some right there. Never really done much with the nitrogen gas, so it should be interesting. Now, the only thing I'm not sure about is why some of these come up with the red on them. That's something I don't understand, because most of them are white. They got obviously black there, you got red, maybe it's just the node color. I don't know. But for today, that is going to be it, guys. Yeah, one thing to make sure, yeah, Neil there, is depending on what nodes you're tapped in on, they're only going to be a limit on what's coming out of them. Also, belts that you're using will limit what's going in. So if you're using it like a Mark 1 belt, you're only going to get a little bit of coal coming through. I think you said you were on to the Mark 2s, weren't you, at the minute? So if I come in here quickly, obviously your Mark 1 belts, as you can see there, it's going to only do 60 resources per minute, so it's not a lot, especially for a coal generator. Mark 2s, you're going to have 120. I think that will do maximum of maybe 8, but also it does depend on what your miner is outputting as well. Obviously, at the minute, I'm actually using the Mark 5 belts for pretty much everything, and obviously that's doing the 780 resources. But yeah, it is a fine thing to figure out some of these as you're going. Um, just out of curiosity, so for based on this, so you need at least 50 water coming in, and ooh crap, I don't think it's that much on the coal, if I remember rightly, for these. I cannot remember actually now. But yeah, make sure you got enough coal coming through and try and figure out. I wonder if I can show. Does it show how much coal you actually need on these? No. See, it doesn't tell you what you need water-wise and coal-wise on these. It's a pain. I think that's one of the big issues I have as well as getting there. But eventually, I do want to try out some nuclear power as well, and also creating like a battery bank. Yep, that is helpful as well. So if you do start running low, you can do it that way. Storage building like I could, but I'm about to jump off. So all I literally do is set up. Um, I usually use the bigger containers, these guys. Put one per foundation, so usually in the center like that. I'm just going to do this quickly actually. Do three there, something like that. Then obviously I usually do is double stack them. Obviously I could have a 10, 20, 30 or whatever in a row, for example. And then all I'm using is one of the hold walls, the single one. So we'll use this for example, and it lines up perfectly most of the time. Actually, that's a little bit further forward than it should be. Something like that there, for example. And put one there. Let me grab some more concrete. A sec. Something like that. And then I'll do a plain one. Above it. Then from there, I'll do another one with the holes. And then obviously another plain one above that, for example. Then from there, that's pretty much your storage setup. What you can do is put a little platform there, walkway or whatever. Also another thing, nice little trick you can do as well is in here you got your billboards. Take maybe a decent sized billboard, obviously I haven't got the materials for it. Put it just above it and you can actually then say what's in that container. Then all you do is run your belts in from the other side. That's basically how I set up my storages. And the nice thing is what you can just do is come up to the hole, click what you need, and then go. That's all I literally do. I think NBC does something similar actually. I think it was him I got the idea for that. So very simple. You could use these small storages if you want, and just do single ones. Do them too high. Do it that way if you wanted to. But yeah, I always do the bigger ones and go from there. If you want to get really creative, you can try even put them on an angle as you're going around and make like a big circular one or something like what NBC has. I think he's actually using a mod for or a modded version for that. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it. I'm going to carry on with this offline. Yeah, I'll probably take it back a little bit further down the hill and run it off in that direction towards the desert. Right then. So let me go to the ending screen. So there's that. But yeah, big, huge thank you to all you guys for coming over today and checking me out and helping out. And hopefully some of you guys enjoyed it. For now, I do need to find someone to raid over to. Just mute that for a minute and see what's going on in the world of Twitch. We've got Evil Reyes out there doing a bit of Empyrean Galactic Survival. I know he's been doing a server with Darius recently, hasn't he? Let's mute that. Mute. There we go. Silly extension wasn't working. Um. Bam. We've got Smitty. Yeah, I'm not really seeing much on, so I think we'll go over and check out a bit of Evil Reyes, guys. Obviously, one thing to bear in mind, he is not PG, for sure. He might even be on with Darius in a minute. So for now, guys, have a great weekend. I will be back on Monday this week because I've got something to do up at my daughter's school on Wednesday. So I'm going to do it on Monday instead of Wednesday this week. Probably be back on Wolf Creek again because I really will need to get in on there, get some things wrapped up on there. So for now, have a great weekend, guys. Let's go see what Mr. Reyes is up to and show him some SGA love. Have a great weekend. Love you, brother. Yeah. Also, if you've got any questions, you're more than welcome to send me a message through Discord or whatever. So, but anyway, have a great weekend, guys, and love you all.